Get that paper, told that Glock, that's how we live. Yeah, my life's a game, I pray I don't get killed. They can't believe I got to go out this shit for real. Can't accept the fact my brother gone, I wanna kill. Yeah, I can't go for that shit don't sit right. Instead of capping to the old nigga, I know what you live like. Ain't worried about all, just fuck these hoes and live life. I grown the drill, I'm smart enough, you gotta know how to kill.
The strikers in front of him watch in silence. Among them stood Yoichi Isagi, one of the new Generation 11. Every player there still remembered Itoshi Sai, the monster who had stolen the spotlight in the U20 match. So none of them could guess how terrifyingly good their new teammate could be. Chris began by introducing himself and using Isagi as examples. What followed was merciless. Isagi was quickly thrown into a regimen that left him completely isolated and forced to sharpen himself alone. Meanwhile, the others began their own training. Elias wasn't too interested in training just yet. He began wandering the halls until he stumbled across Nagi and Rayo. Yo, don't tell me you guys are football junkies like that night, Elias said with a smirk. Nagi and Rayo just shrugged. Elias stepped into the room, shaking his head. Don't let him get to you. When it comes to winning, the guy's obsessive. Rayo tilted his head, curiosity sparkling. But what about you? You're a midfielder, right? And I've seen clips. You never panic, and your plays, they're always flawless. What's your secret? Elias then leaned against the wall, his grin fading for once. To be honest, it's kind of embarrassing. Have you ever thought about what life would be like if football was just... if it disappeared from it? I have. I've been cut from teams before, benched, stripped of a game. It was crushing. Like someone ripped my soul right out from me. But in that pain, I found something. A fire. A hunger for the sport that burned harder than anything I've ever felt before in my life. The room went quiet. Neither Rayo nor Nagi spoke. After the long pause, Elias pushed himself to smirk again. You know what? I like you too. I'm taking you under my wing. And don't get the wrong idea. It's not out of charity or anything like that. It's because Isagi has already got his eyes on you guys. I've never seen him so fired up before. On the plane, he just wouldn't shut up. Especially about you, Nagi. Me? Nagi blinked, surprised. Elias chuckled. You kidding? That first goal you scored in the U20 match, he replayed it like 20 times. I had to tell him to just shut the damn laptop already. Your trapping caught his eye because it matches his playstyle. He wants you finishing his plays. You're the striker that he's chosen, the one Japan has been waiting on. The camera would cut out to Nagi's stunned face, and then time would leap forward right to the opening of the Bayern München versus Arsenal match. The teams marched onto the pitch, the stadium shaking in anticipation. At the head of the process was Seishiro Nagi, yet this was no longer the lazy prodigy the world once knew. His frame seemed taller, his posture unwavering, and his expression carved in stone. A serious, almost divine aura radiated from him as he guided Arsenal into their positions. The sight of him alone electrified the field. In the shadows behind him, Elias and Yoichi Isagi exchanged a quiet conversation. Strange, isn't it? Elias muttered, his eyes flickering across the field with the light shining upon them. It feels like we're back in our old uniforms, fighting for this same team again. Isagi gave a small nod. Yeah, that same pressure and that same fire. You can feel it, can't you? A voice then cut through their exchange, sharp and mocking. I knew it. sneered Michael Kaiser, stepping into their path, his smirk brimming with arrogance. Isagi, I knew you'd crawl your way back onto this stage. As Kaiser's words dripped with venom, Ness strutted toward Elias, echoing his master's taunts. Sorry, but there's a height requirement to speak with me. Elias only smirked, leaning down until their foreheads clashed. Then lower your chin. But while they squared off, Isagi said nothing. His sharp gaze locked onto Kaiser, unblinking and unreadable. Without wasting a word, he turned away and jogged towards his position, surveying Arsenal's shape with surgical focus. The Crimson Knight looked around. They were in a 4-4-2 formation. On the left wing, Chigiri. At left midfield, Elias himself. Right there on the right midfield, Reo. And on the opposite wing stood Isagi himself. Up front, there are two merciless strikers, Agi and Nagi. In the stands, the two legendary coaches began observing. Your team looks restless, Noel Noah muttered, arms folded, like a machine, his eyes narrowing. I can't tell if it's a blessing or a curse. Chris Prince then laughed, shaking his head. Wait till you see, you robot. This is Arsenal's truest form. Their kingdom has already been reborn. The whistle shrieked. Kickoff. The ball rolled back, settling at Elias' feet. In that instant, Germany's players froze. Gone was the playful trickster that they knew and saw before them. Now, he was replaced with a predator, exuding an aura that sent shivers down their spines. Charging forward, Elias met Kunigami first. The redhead lunged, shoulder braced, but Elias bulldozed through him like a titan. Without a word, he chipped the ball nearly over Kunigami's head as it landed with Reo. Ness then rushed in, but Reo's eyes glowed, chameleon style. Copy. He mirrored Elias' movements, flawlessly, faster, even sharper. He blew past Ness and then baited Kira into overcommitting. Everyone expected the pass to go to Nagi, but then Reo remembered. In a flashback, Elias stood before him, his arms crossed. Reo and Nagi sat at his feet. Reo, what do you want out of football? Not some dream, not some excuse. Tell me. To win a World Cup. Then, answer me this. In a match where Nagi and another striker are both open, who do you pass to? Reo hesitated. It was only silence. Eli smacked him on the head. Wrong. Always wrong. Until you've learnt this. The right pass goes to whoever can lead you to victory. Individual talent, it doesn't matter at all in certain situations. Predictability is what kills teams. Remember that. Or you're no midfielder. Back into the present. Reo's eyes sharpened. He twisted his body, mimicking Isagi's movements this time. He whipped across, not to Nagi, not to Agi, but into the path of a crimson blur. Chigiri. With a thunderous strike, Chigiri then unleashed his 44 Panther shot into the net, causing it to ripple as it rocketed in. Kira's eyes froze, then they widened. Impossible. Our squad, it's stacked with his own weapons. But this team is full of monsters. The stadium then erupted, cheers deafening. The silhouettes of Isagi, Agi, Chigiri, Nagi, Reo, and Elias loomed in the blinding stadium lights. Across the pitch, Kaiser's smile turned into a twisted fury. BM then resets. Ness is fed the ball, who then sends it to Kaiser. Their tempo surged. Their rhythm was like poetry in motion, slicing through Arsenal's formation like a blade. Kaiser danced, striking again and again, until Arsenal's defense boxed him in. Checkmate for the Emperor. Or so it seemed. Without a moment's notice, without any windup, or any predictability, the Kaiser impact struck. The Emperor launched the ball like a comet, tearing into the net. He then spun towards Isagi in celebration. Not even trying to stop me, but Isagi only looked to his teammates. One by one, they smiled. "Well, Kaiser," Isagi said. His voice was calm. "That goal, that shot you lean on, it's only sealed your fate as of now." The restart came, and the ball rolled to Isagi. In the stands, Noah began to sit up for the first time. Chris Prince grinned unknowingly. "Oh, so you feel it too? That blaze, that suffocating pressure. The Crimson Knight has awakened." Isagi's eyes gleamed faintly red as he sprinted. Kunigami stepped up once again, but Isagi shoulder slammed him to the side. It's almost as if, no, they couldn't have been equals in strength. Isagi was far ahead of him. Kira began looking, analyzing his muscles. No, that can't be true, but that's impossible. Charging in, Kira exclaimed that he'll stop him here. Isagi's head then tilted, almost puzzled. "Oh, so you're the next challenger." With dazzling control, Isagi switched to his weaker left foot surprisingly, breaking Kira's stance. A sudden crossover floored him completely as he fell to the ground. Kaiser's voice then cracked. "You can't be serious." One-on-one, now with the net, Kaiser lunged in desperation. "This one's mine." But Isagi feinted the shot, yanking the ball back. His voice thundered. "I've already chosen." Ignite pass. The ball screamed through the air like a cannonball, as a flashback would happen here. Nagi was wandering the facility, aimlessly. In one room, Isagi was training relentlessly, sweat dripping from his chin. "Nagi," Isagi called, motioning him over. "Tell me, who are you? Without the sport of football, do you even exist in this world?" Nagi stayed silent. Isagi's eyes blazed. "I don't believe in anything but two things, winning or dying. So why not win until we die? I've seen your brilliance firsthand. Only a striker like you can receive my passes." Nagi then thought of his battles with Kira, of the fire that pushed him to evolve. He clenched his fist, standing for a moment. Everything leading up to this moment. He never chose the sport of football. It's like it chose him, pulling him to a certain path. But for what reason? He didn't know until just now. I want to become the best." Isagi grinned. "Then from today on, I'll guide you." Back in the present, Nagi's trap was perfect. His eyes, once dull, now burned with life. No more settling. No more minimum. From this moment on, destiny is mine to control. With ruthless precision, Nagi smashed the ball into the net. The stadium exploded in chaos. The pass itself defied belief. No spin, only raw force. A gift delivered to a genius alone. Chris Prince began laughing, hysterically, his voice trembling with exhilaration. Now you see it, Noah. This isn't the old Arsenali. This is a completely new kingdom with me as its prince. And those warriors below, my knights of the round table. The crowd roared as each of Arsenali's players flashed like legends of old. Germany's team, trailing, regrouped. Kira here on the next possession took charge. If Kaiser can't pierce them, then he'll find the answer himself. He and Corona flowed seamlessly together, weaving through defenders. Every pass flawless. Their 1-2s were amazing, yet a shot was impossible. Kira then drew the defenders in and lofted the ball. It was towards Kaiser, predictable as always, or so it seemed. The ball then rose higher, settling across the chest of Kunigami. I'll end this now. His cannon of a left leg swung, launching like a missile towards the net. The keeper froze, helpless. The crowd gasped. But then, the ball ricocheted off of Isagi's head. Who decided you had the right to score that goal? Isagi barked, snarling. I'll die on this field before I allow it. Controlling the rebound, he launched a counter. Chigiri bolted as the ball was sent to him, and then later returned it to Isagi, who now stood face to face with Kaiser. Getting tired of this deja vu, huh, Kaiser? I'll destroy you, Kaiser spat, and wiped that smug face away. Isagi smirked. Always violence. No wonder father never adopted you. For a moment, Kaiser froze, but then lunged, but the ball floated past him and landed perfectly for Eli. Elias' aura shifted entirely, his movements dismantling Ness and Corona with ease. Defenders then gravitated towards him, caught in his orbit. At the edge of the box, Elias wound for a long-range shot, only to grin. Just kidding. I won't be the star this time. His pass, it found Nagi. And in this moment, Nagi's true awakening was here. Defenders crowded him. First, he faked a shot, and then again. And then another defender came. Kaiser himself and Kira would also come into defense, but it wasn't enough. Nagi was truly awakened, reaching this new stage that won't yet be named. As he performed the 5-stage volley, the ball then rocketed into the net, sealing victory. Nagi stood tall, arms wide, with his head down, the fire in his eyes, unshakable. I will become the world's next #1. His gaze met Noel Noah's, unflinching, as the commentator's voice then rose into madness. This intense clash was now over. A victory for Arsenali. Not only that, but Seishiro Nagi has been reborn in this match into a new player, one with high goals and ambitions. With 3 remaining matches in the Neo Egoist League for this team, what could we hope to see? Who is next on their road to awakening and becoming their true self? What moments could lie in front of us? And have we truly seen the extent of the Crimson Knight and his abilities? Or was there more awaiting us? My name is Zero, and I'll catch you all on the next one.